Into the Void Anime.
Joey Bra,
Ash.
back with the finale of Season 2, Vinland Saga. This one's called Home.
I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end specifically because I know it's not going to be as wholesome. Like, I know next season, like, they can only do this for so long until Thorfinn's really, really tested. I feel like, you know, you see it all the time, not to get real or anything, but with, you know, sobriety, when people are trying to get sober, you know?
Oh, they got it, yeah.
It's like you get your tests, sobriety gets put to the test, and, you know...
That's true.
It's always when you're trying to just go straight and narrow, like, trying to do good, trying to be positive, something always tests you, you know, when you have this new found way of life.
That's a good prediction right there, man. But, you know what? But, you know, if Vinland Saga's done anything, it is proof to us that it can be pretty wholesome, so hopefully,
which
you know,
I did not see coming at all.
Yeah, especially, when you think of the first season, it's not really, not too much hope going on.
Yeah, I was so hesitant to watch this show.
Yeah.
I was so hesitant, and you were really pushing
for it, dude.
Yeah, you really were. I'm glad you were really pushing for it because I'm here now and I'm a believer.
Yeah. I mean, dude, yeah, I think season 2 has been undoubtedly a lot of people's anime of this at least season, and yeah, I'm very happy. I'm happy that it got such a positive kind of reaction from everybody, and I'm happy that it got adapted so
beautifully.
Nice. Yeah, so beautifully. We'll talk at the end, of course, but let's just hop into the finale, episode 24, Home.
Oh, God.
My throat's already going out. It's like later in the day. I've been talking already.
You have been talking a lot today, so that's...
I had to talk to my grandma, and she could barely hear.
They yell at her.
So I'm already, like, yelling.
I can't believe, you know? I just can't. I can't believe. Like, you ever just, like... I love being surprised. Yeah. That's why I really don't like not liking something. Like, I'll give it more than one shot if I don't like it the first time around. But I'm so glad, because you can get so surprised and love something so wholeheartedly, like I do with Vinland Saga. And I'm so glad we started watching it, and I'm glad you pushed for it. Thank you.
I'm glad we're here too.
Sorry, I'm a little too based right now.
No,
it's the final episode.
That's the mindset you want to be in right now.
Okay, there's ice in the water. Is he gonna meet... Oh, he's gonna meet his mom again, and maybe his sister. Oh, God. Yeah,
it's been a
right?
long time, man. Damn. Haven't even thought about it.
Oh.
Oh.
God. Oh, I'm so excited. It's a homecoming party. We're not? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, weren't these... Wouldn't he have grown up like with... Oh, man. Oh god. She gonna like punch him or something?
Close.
Oh my god. Oh, everyone thought he died. I feel like moms always know.
Yeah.
I can just see his mom. I can't imagine how he must feel right now, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Like feeling like he should have never left. And you do.
Yep.
Thanks, Orphan. Is she gonna hit him too? Or kick him? Seriously. Read the room. It's like, I know my
She
son.
knew.
Oh god, the side by side, I can't do it. I was gonna say you're sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Never seen him get his ass beat that bad.
Yeah. Hey, she got the same blood as him, you know?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh shit. It's a good punch.
Oh god, golly. Got that Icelandic blood.
Yep.
これまでの16年間に経験した
Oh man.
トールズの死からケティルの農場を立つまでの経験要所のみをかいつまんで話したがその憎悪と闘争死と破壊してしまった人たち絶望の中で死んでいった奴隷たち彼らにもこんな温かい家庭があったのかもしれない平和の国を築くためにフィンランドへおやりなさい母上ストトールズが戦士の国ヨムスボルグから逃れこの島へ来ました人々が戦争や奴隷ために生きなさいポールスの子トルフィ規模な事業になりますねその通りだ決意が固いのは分かっただが人員に家畜団には集められんぞわしの助けがなければな
You son of a bitch, Leaf. I love you.
いくらでもあるぞ何も無理しないでくださいよ何が無理だもんまだまだお前はわしが分かったな
This is where it happened. This is where it happened. You have no enemies.
父上は本当にすごい人だ俺なんかには見えないずっと先を見ていた変わり者だった
So is Thorfinn.
Mhm.
Oh man.
昔父上が守ろうとした人だ奴隷だったんだ主の元から逃げてきて主と交渉して羊半島と交換したらしい羊お前のお人よしはレアシリーズ
I can't take this episode.
ねえここからも逃げたい人はどこに行くの
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Fuck me up, dude. Was that?
Yeah, I think so. Shit. We got a new look.
I need a minute. so.
Yeah, loved it. Love that. Love that ending, especially with the it was a cool parallel to the season 1 ending where we saw a bunch of people we didn't know yet, people that were gonna kind of be an influence to Thorfinn's life, and at the end of this one we see everybody that's kind of that's like made Thorfinn who he was. Like we see all the flashbacks to the younger selves. Yeah, the end was really touching. Sweet. Damn. It's over, Ash.
I don't even. Okay, first of all, don't say that.
Well, it's not over. That's the good
It's
thing,
gonna make
right?
me cry
That's
right
the-
now,
that's
even
the-
more.
That's the good thing, is that it's definitely not over. There's more story to be told.
It's never over. There isn't a thing that I would change about that.
Yeah.
Man, he really tried to go in for that second hug. He was open arms.
Quite fitting, though. Quite fitting for her.
Yeah. I feel like older sisters have to be
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, she was already a little, she had some, I mean, we only got like literally one episode with her before, but it seemed like she kind of grew into the personality that she had back in the day, too. She's pretty badass, fucking bargaining with all these sellers. Because that's what she was doing back in the day, too. And she was like flipping out when Thor's gave away those 8 sheep. She's like, what the fuck? 8? You're going to give away
remember
8
that.
sheep for the slave?
Yeah.
So she's kind of, she's pretty funny. And really, like, she's actually pretty big. Like, you can see she got that blood because she's like built, you know? And she's way taller than Thorfinn. So she's handling shit down here at home, man. She's been
She's holding shit down.
She's holding shit down for sure. But yeah, the reunion, the much awaited reunion. Leaf, dude, finally delivering on.
I feel like I am
on
gonna
everything.
sleep so soundly tonight, just knowing I got that resolution, that peaceful resolution that like we're gonna be all right, dude. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, yeah, very wholesome end. We're very much, dedicated to moving forward and really going full on starting Vinland here.
Yeah. Dude,
Like,
I
full
don't even know where to start with that. That was like, I feel like maybe a little emotionally overwhelmed. I feel like it all hit me from the entire season.
Yeah.
I feel like now it finally hit me. Just because, like, finally got that peaceful resolution, We started out this season, so this whole season was just grim,
Yeah.
Just growing and healing and,
Yeah, really trying to get rid of, you don't even know how
Guilt.
old, the guilt, like how many years of this, 10 plus years of, guilt, regret, despair, sadness.
So long hair Thorfinn is
Anger.
gone.
Dude,
That's kind of sad.
it's kind of sad.
love
I felt the
long
same.
hair.
I felt the same
Because
when
his
I
dad
read
had
it.
long hair. He had that ponytail,
Kind of looking like our flashback Vascalad, though. Hey,
That's
if he's
what
taken
I
after
thought.
anybody,
Oh, dude,
he's-
that side by side with his mom. Oh my
Oh,
god.
when she was talking about Thor's?
Yes, she said
Yeah.
you're just like him. Dude, that must have made him feel so good. Especially when Einar said, like, I see where you get your good nature.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been in him, man. It's been in him.
It's crazy how much you have to go through to get that kind of, like, I don't know, perseverance
Yeah.
and, like, motivation to just be better. You could have it, I feel like most people are generally good, but I feel like you really gotta go through some shit to,
Yeah.
like, really feel the weight of how, like, important things are to you.
Yeah.
Whether it's, like, family, whether it's being a good person, whether it's both, or religion.
Yeah. No, yeah, really. There's always something
You have to like go through the like heaviest shit for it to really like weigh on you and like enough to change.
Yeah. Yeah. Been a fucking heavy season, dude. It's been a heavy season.
I am going to watch this season. I can already tell when I'm feeling low.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch this. This is one of those things that I need to like.
And it'll
'Cause
make you
usually-
like, it'll help you out of it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how it did. The first time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes old traumas get brought back up and you never really fully get over it.
Yeah.
And I feel like this could really help me out in the future when I'm feeling low.
Yeah.
I need a little pick me up.
There's always some light at the end. You could always attempt to pick yourself back up, and I think you had it pretty dead on earlier when we were discussing before anything. It's like things have to test, and I think that's it for everybody. Like things have to test them. Like going forward, things are gonna have to test Thorfinn's like growth, right?
Yeah.
And like really put everything he's learned to work.
Mm-hmm.
And to put it to action now, especially if you want to start a peaceful land like this. So I think that like what you're saying, things could get brought up again, traumas could come back up, and like now going forward, it's kind of it is interesting to see like what Thorfinn's gonna have to go through to stay in this mindset. What's gonna push him? What's gonna test him? I'm looking forward to it.
What made you read this? Like, what made you get into Vinland Saga?
I don't know.
Did you watch it or did you read it first?
So I watched it. I watched it originally
By
on my
yourself?
own.
Yeah.
And then we ended up as a group watching it. So after we watched the show, I was like, after we watched it for the second time, it hit me even harder on the rewatch. And I was like, I got to read it. So I read it right after that. After we watched it for the channel, I read it like immediately. I think like immediately. I just had to. It hit me even harder the second time. And maybe it was just because like enjoying it with you. Like I don't know, it felt better. I don't know, like it just felt really good. And I was not expecting Farmland. I mean, it threw me off as much as it threw us off at the beginning of the season. It's just a totally different environment, totally different Thorfinn.
Yeah. And even like I'm sure watching it after reading it was probably.
Oh man, it hit. This was perfect. This hit harder, I think, than reading it in the manga for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried I cried quite a few times reading Vinland. I'm caught up currently right now, maybe a few months behind, but I've cried many a times reading, and that's why I'm usually kind of weird with manga, and I don't cry too much as I do when I'm watching an anime.
Yeah, because it's all in your own voice and your own imagination.
Yeah.
So like you don't really get like.
It's a little harder for me to cry when I'm reading.
Yeah.
But I was legit just like when I was reading it too in the Vinland Saga manga room, I was just like posting little panels, kind of probably what you were doing when you were reading Demon Slayer, and I was just posting like panels of like crying, just being like, oh my god. And there's a few here, of course, like the pit. Like I think one of my favorite parts of this is like him climbing out of the pit and shit, and we see Askeladd down there. Yeah, it's been so long now, but that's one of my favorite parts, and I was waiting for that one a lot. But
I liked that since we're on the topic of talking about the season and entirely. I think that scene was so much more powerful and heavy because Askeladd was kind of like he was there and he kind of spoke to Thorfinn but not in a demeaning or a like you're here with me too, like it wasn't kind of like a you're just as bad as me type thing. It was like you can move forward from
you're
this.
better than this. Yeah, you're better than me here.
And it was like he had faith, even though he knew all of the shit that Thorfinn went through.
Yeah. And
he was the cause of the main thing that started it all, I mean, other than fucking Floki.
Yeah.
Floki could fucking rest in piss, dude.
Yeah.
I hope he does. there was a book that I read a couple years ago, and it's like one of my favorite books. They say something about the book and how it perfectly conveys the resilience of the human spirit. And that is like, damn, the resilience of the human spirit. Like, what does that mean exactly? And I feel like if you watch this, you will know exactly what that means. The resilience of the human spirit.
Yep. I agree. That's a pretty good take on at least the first 2 seasons of Vinland. I would say Vinland's been through Vinland. Thorfinn's been through everything, man. And if you're able to somehow see and claw your way back up, man.
Yeah.
From all this, from grief, revenge, anger.
I think I've always had like a lot of respect for people who have gone through really bad, just terrible things in their life and have been so, I don't know, that's who I kind of think are the strongest people who have been through all that shit and didn't let it affect the person that they wanted to be.
Yeah.
Because you see, it's so easy to fall into like the path of like anger and resentment and violence. It's so easy. That's like the easy way out. And it's like, it's easy, so it's like normal, you know, it's the normal way to go. But like, I have such a deep respect for people who kind of flourish and they learn from their pain, their anger. And I think that's what helped me so much, because I had such a deep respect for people like that.
Yeah. It makes you, man, I feel that. Like, makes you not want to give up on other people too. You know, give them a shot, because how long was Thorfinn just angry, fucking terrible, angry, you know? And like, think of people, if Leif gave up on him, right? If Leif never tried to even reach out again because he was such a shit, it's like you're just giving up on to such a potentially great person. It's hard. I mean, like I said, I say that, but it's very hard to act on that, you know, and not write some people off that don't want anything to do with you.
That's the easy way out, though.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the easy. Like, it's easy to be angry, you know? And, my best friend who passed away was like that. And, like, she was, like, one of the first people that I had ever, like, I knew that she had seen some shit in her life. And been through a lot. But she was, like, magnetic to people. And people just wanted to be around her because she was, like, warm. Yeah. Her personality was very warm. And so I think that's why, like, I admire that in people so much, and maybe why I strive to kind of be similar to that.
Put that off, yeah.
Not to get too personal or anything.
No, I mean, no, we're just talking. It's a deep show for deep conversation.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't think anything's off limits for a discussion like this. Oh, yeah. That's how you know it's good, though, right? If you could, like, relate to something so much to where you could, like, I don't know, man. You could just kind of let it all out. This is the show that, gets out so much emotion from you. And
I think that the reason I make that comparison is because, like, Thorfinn, he went through all this shit, but his dad had also gone through all that shit. Yeah. And had come to the same realization and conclusion, and, you know, didn't want that for himself, didn't want that for his family. And, like, I don't know, I guess losing that person that went through all that shit, that you could have learned from their mistakes and you didn't, you had to go do it for yourself. That's kind of like, I think that's why I make that correlation between Elise and me, because she was so, like, warm, and, like, I guess it just weighs on you a little bit heavier, or a lot heavier, because it's like, you think about when people pass away, that, like, the void that they leave in your life and what you're gonna miss the most, like, who am I gonna call when I'm sad, you know? Yeah. Like, that's a good person to go to when you're sad. And you just think about, like, the attributes that person has that no one else can fill that void. Yeah. And it's like, I think that's why I made that correlation so, I get, not early on, but I kind of think about it a lot when he's just kind of, like, reflecting on his dad, like, if he would have just learned from his father's mistakes, like his dad was trying to teach him, you know.
Yeah.
But you gotta, it's,
You gotta
you
go
know
through
what I
your
just,
own.
I
Yeah.
just thought of. So little Thorfinn didn't listen to his dad,
Yeah.
right? I didn't mean to sound
Yeah.
like a story, children's book right now, but like, so when he was younger, he didn't listen to his dad and didn't have the capacity to learn from his father's mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of similar to Omar, to where it's like he wanted to be a warrior and he thought that was what he
Yeah.
wanted to do with his life. And then he saw it and was just like, I mean, even if it was just a little bit, he saw it and was like, I don't want that. I don't
Yeah.
want that for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, he was so immediate
We had
to
a
be
very,
like, I don't want this.
Very sped up learning lesson from Omar. Not fueled by revenge, I guess, you know, so like not having that like anger
Yeah.
to carry him. It was just this like, yeah, there was the expectation, I guess, from just your time and your brother
And it's so crazy to think like how anger carries you. And it's like the biggest thing and most, I don't know, fueling thing to keep you going.
yeah.
I feel like when I was younger and I was angry, that was what I was like straight up living just to spite people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just so hateful. So like anger like drives people to do like the most insane shit that no other emotion can drive you to do that.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. It's so easy to pick that route. And because we're human.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like you really have to keep choosing anger until you get so fucking tired of choosing anger.
Yeah. Yeah, and in most cases it feels like you burn out right after the anger too. So like
Yeah.
very
dude.
much like Thorfinn, you're
Yeah.
kind of like you don't hit that resolution right away. Like I'm gonna be a happy person now. It's like
it
after
takes
the
some
anger-
fucking beating.
yeah, after the anger burns out, you're just kind of like fucking dead inside for a while, and it
Yeah.
takes a long time to find maybe a new purpose that's not anger. It takes a long time to find your new drive.
Dude, that's so real, honestly. Like, I had such a hard time, and I still kind of have a hard time, like, finding a driving force, you know? Because I ran off of fucking anger
Yeah.
all the time. And now it's like, okay, I'm happy, and I like my life, and I like myself.
Yeah.
What do I do now? How do I...
What's
how
the
do I-
goal?
Because I used to, like, I got into lifting because, for very dark reasons, but we won't get into that today. But, like, I used to, like, listen to music and just kind of, like, almost, like, seethe. And just have these anger-fueled workouts. And it was just, like, so... I mean, it got me through, you know,
Yeah.
like, I worked through it, you know, through working out. But it's just, like, now it's, like... I think that's why it's so hard.
I feel like the same now that I feel mainly content, and I never really had anything that was necessarily like, I feel like I've had more traumatic experiences happen to me within the last 5 years than when I was younger. But when I was younger, I did
Yeah.
feel just, I guess that like younger, I don't know, shithead anger. I had nothing to be angry at, you know?
Yeah.
But same with me, like for music at least, like I genuinely just play less music now that I'm more content with how I am. I had just more feelings like back, not saying I don't have any feelings now, but I had more like, I guess,
I think the people
aggressive.
know that you have
Yeah, I definitely have feelings if you watch all the reactions here. But less, and I don't know, sadness isn't something that drives me to write music, you know, because then I could write some like, emotional things, but it is mainly like angst. I think anger
Yeah.
or just general like, I don't know, displeasure with things, it does fuel you a lot easier. So
Yeah.
like you said, if it was fueling you to work out and do that stuff, it makes sense. Because I don't write as much music as I do as I used to, and it sounds fun, but I just don't have the same like, I don't know, spark before something like that. You know,
Yeah.
just being more content with your life. It's weird, but maybe I should learn, and we both have to learn to like continue
learn a
to
new driving force,
to
you
do it,
know?
yeah.
Like, why can't we, like, sit with our happiness like we do, like, with our anger?
That's a good one. Yeah.
So we're talking
talk
about season now,
at
right?
this point. Yeah.
You know?
Canute.
I love his character. I
Yeah.
don't think it really dawned on me how much I really loved his character and how well it was written. He kind of has the same haircut as Thorfinn now. They kind of...
They're kind of
Thorfinn
twinning,
saw his
dude.
haircut and was like,
He's like, oh, shit. He thought of that. He thought of Askeladd. He's like, damn, all right. Let's go for that. I look like my dad enough, so let me get a mixture of all these influential people. Yeah,
man.
Canute's great.
I love...
One of my favorites.
I love that it was eating him up inside to where he was, like, hallucinating his father, the person he didn't want to be, like, at all.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the portrayal of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much because it's like your mind does such weird things to cope with certain emotions. Like if you can't deal with certain emotions,
Yeah.
it's like your mind just like
No, yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't process it, or it makes
it processes it in such weird ways. Like this is how you're supposed to be, so act like this.
Yeah.
Act like this, like cookie cutter version of what you think a king should be.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Yeah.
feel like his hallucinating his dad was kind of holding him to that,
Mm-hmm.
kind of chaining him
Yeah.
to that, like
yeah, and
even if he didn't want to be that.
yeah, and it fit his personality perfect. If he was more like gifted in fighting, he might have turned out to be more of a crazy warrior, like Thorfinn was on this rampage to like get revenge. But like I think, given what he was given in life, he's turned this shit around, man. He's made himself. He's glowed up, dude. Canute definitely with a big glow up.
Yeah. I think that the whole time that he spent, you know, around Askeladd and Thorfinn, I feel like that gave him the because he was so naive and sheltered
Yeah.
before that kind of like exposed him to you are too soft
Yeah.
and too naive to be on the receiving end of to inherit this power, you know?
Yeah.
I think that was vital in, you know, kind of I don't want to say hardening him, but kind of forcing him to grow up.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that his dude, Conehead,
Yeah, Conehead was once Conehead was gone, he was kind of forced to
grow up.
Yeah.
He wasn't sheltered anymore. No one was sheltering him. And as nice as that was, that man was, you know,
Yeah.
trying to be the dad that he didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But I really liked that deep down he was still that person.
Yeah.
He was still soft and still wanted certain things. You know, like certain people shouldn't be treated certain ways, and he still had that in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And Thorfinn immediately got to it.
Yeah.
Because he's
unlocked
surrounded by all these, you know, at the end of the last episode, he says, you know, like, I thought it was just me and you, to Wolf.
To Wolf, yeah.
And it's like, you're surrounded by all these people who constantly kind of, like, not egg you on to do bad things, but kind of push you to do the less diplomatic thing and just, like, violence.
Yeah, the
Violence,
more
cut their heads off,
traditional,
trick these people into, you know, let's set these people up so we could steal their farms and shit.
What was your favorite part of the season so far? What was your favorite part of the entire season? It was all one kind of
Dude,
thing.
it
It's hard to
was-
pick.
Well, it is really hard to pick,
It's a blend
dude.
of
Because it's like, okay, you met Einar, and that's a beautiful friendship. Like, he took him home
It's
and
his
met
brother.
his... Yeah, that's his... Oh my
It's his
god,
actual
dude,
brother
don't even
now.
get me started when his mom said, you're his brother, that means you're my son.
yeah.
Like, having lost his mom and hearing that, oh, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I can't really clump it. It blends together. The season blends together so good that there's not really a point where I could be like, this was the best part.
I will say highlights, though.
Yeah.
The, what did you call it? The pit?
The pit, yeah.
That was... I liked that. That was up there with probably, like, top 3. Oh, God, and then there was... Go down. Dude, and then meeting Snake.
Snake is a great highlight.
Meeting Snake was pretty cool. And I hope he comes back, but I doubt it.
Maybe we just get some updates on the farm at least, you know?
Yeah.
See how the farm's doing.
Canute and probably the pit were probably my I can't choose between those two.
Canute and the Pit. Yeah, I gotta say.
I would say the Pit actually, because that
Pit
was
was-
more like
Yeah,
like
it's
inner.
internal. Yeah, like I'm with you there. I think it's the Pit. I really wanted to see that scene animated. It was great. Loved it. But you know, I gotta say, I gotta give it up to my boy Gardar for having the saddest maybe episode
Oh.
of the season. Out of nowhere, out of left field for me.
Really?
Because in the manga, I mean, I didn't cry that
Yeah.
hard, dude. And god damn, they hit you. They hit you with that shit so hard.
They hit me. That shit was a brick.
Yeah,
and they
Gardar just
they picked it up
fucking-
and
they-
just fucking pelted it in my fucking head.
They just went, yeah. It just
and then
came
picked
out
it
of
up
nowhere.
again and then just kept on with the Arnheid.
Yeah, and yeah, like,
Like,
it just didn't
just
stop.
picked it up
just
again
kept
and-
going, bam. But yeah, they emphasized his episode. They emphasized it so hard, man. That was
Oh man.
maybe the most upset I got this whole season. I don't know. We'll have to do a run back of all the Joey being upset during the season, but yeah,
You said something about a counter.
yeah, we need a counter because I think it was almost every episode, but I just don't know what episode got me the most upset. And then yeah, last episode, great with Canute coming to that resolution, love it. It's a perfect season, 10 out of 10. I believe I rated season 1 10 out of 10. This is 10 out of 10. But I do think I like this more than season 1. I don't know, maybe I need to go back and rewatch
Is
season
it
1
because
now.
you had season 1?
I think so.
As a prologue.
I think so. Because, like,
This-
man, Askeladd's such a good fucking character, dude.
He really is.
Season 1 is
He
just
is.
like, Askeladd
He's so strange.
is so good.
Such a strange character, you know? He was both good and bad, and
Oh, yeah.
he showed equal parts of that.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up, because usually, you know, like, we get characters and they're bad. They do bad things, they say bad things. And Askeladd did, but he also said really good things.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, it was hard not to root for Askeladd. You know, like, it was hard not to be sympathetic towards him and feel for what he's going through, man. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, other than that, I really liked the comments. The comment section after
During
we'd
this?
upload this. Yeah.
Yeah, Vinland comment section. Great place, dude.
Dude, honestly,
Y'all-
favorite fandom,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah, we love it. It's very insightful. People are liking our longer conversations here, just kind of getting deep on the things it kind of brings up within us.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it because it's fun to kind of just sit here and talk.
It
about
is. And
how
it's
we can
also
relate to
fun
it.
to like hear from people too. Like when you leave us comments, like we really we really read those and
Yeah,
they
really.
really resonate with
Yeah.
us, and it's kind of like it can kind of be a little weird being so like open on camera to
Yeah.
the internet, and so when you leave comments it really means a lot to me and us,
Yeah,
both of us, and we really appreciate that. Like it's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a really cool feeling. It's very weird, but it's very cool.
Yeah, when a show invokes like that much conversation between people, it's fun.
Yes.
It's really fun to talk about. And we're probably gonna talk about it some more, dude. Hopefully next week we're gonna put out just another
We'll have another Vinland
little
non-reaction
non-reaction
episode-
because there's nothing to
episode
watch.
video.
Maybe just where we dive into it and take a look about how great the show is and why everybody should consider watching this.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna go hard on that one.
yeah.
It's gonna be straight up Vinland propaganda.
Yeah, it's gonna be Vinland propaganda. So if you like Vinland Saga, check it out. Yeah, we'll just go because like we're talking about a lot of stuff, but after the episodes too, we're always like scatterbrained and like
Yeah.
still thinking about the episode, so like we can kind of think about the whole season as a whole, maybe all of season 1 as a whole, and all the themes and
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
stuff.
So we'll sleep
Yeah,
on
that's
it.
right. Yeah, so we'll sleep on this one,
We'll
but
sleep on it and we'll
reconvene.
We'll have that Vinland upload next week.
Yeah,
Come and join us.
come and join
comment.
us and comment some more.
Leave us your thoughts and feelings.
But yeah, perfect season. 10 out of 10. Not an episode missed here, man. And what an end. We're home. We have a goal. And give me that season 3 news, please. At least let me know it's going to be, within the next few years. We'll see. Or maybe Ash will just read the manga too. Who knows?
Well, I really want to, but for the sake of the channel,
Yeah, it is more fun.
I'll say manga free.
That's how I feel with Demon Slayer and stuff. It's more fun when at least one of us kind of goes in blind.
But if there was a manga that we both read, that we both equally love the show, I feel like it would be Vinland. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
don't know.
We'll see where it takes us. We'll see what we talk about next week. And I think that's it, though. An amazing season. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Make sure you stay subscribed to catch some new reactions, new talks that we're doing about anything. That's it. Thank you guys for dropping by. Give us a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell. Here's the Void Anime.
Ash.
Joey Bra. Peace.
See you next week.
Yeah.